Yo, welcome back to another episode of the High Value Agent Podcast, where we inspire people to create a better life through real estate. And I want to talk about something that is going to be extremely critical over the next few months. We are currently in August, and I have a relationship that has been very fruitful when it comes to the fourth quarter in my real estate business. For me, and this is my 10th winter, okay, or 10th fourth quarter, you could say. Every fourth quarter, my production increases by more. Not only my closings, but my overall activity in generating opportunities increases during this time. So I want to actually share with you guys a message that I shared with my team yesterday regarding squeezing the lemon of now. We're currently in August. Today, everything that we're doing, you don't see results until the fourth quarter. So squeeze the lemon on now. Okay. So, one thing to just, and I started with this, priority confusion is a growth killer. Priority confusion is a growth killer. If you don't have your priorities dialed in and you're not executing on those priorities, your priorities being your needle movers in your business on a daily basis, then you are literally killing your growth and your momentum. Okay. Now, the number one issue that I see people have during this time of the year is the lack of focus. Actually, not even just real estate agents, I will say business people across the world. The number one issue that entrepreneurs and business people and agents that people struggle with the most is going to be focus or the lack thereof. Not being focused is costing you so much money and time and money. The lack of focus is showing that you're not truly committed to doing the work or doing consistently what is required of you. Focus, in other words, is being committed. Because when you're focused on one thing, then that means you're saying no to everything else. Actually, let me unpack that a little more. Let me elaborate. Let me elucidate on this germane topic or this germane point. The number one productivity hack in your life, in your business, in your day is to say no. Say no. That's no, client. I cannot meet with you at 9 a.m. because I have an obligation or a meeting already scheduled at that time, which should be your prospecting. But I can make 3 p.m. work. How does that sound? And the reason why I bring up that example is because in the office, I see all the time, and with other agents that I coach, they are working on setting an appointment, and then the client offers a day and time to meet, and without hesitation, the agent says yes, knowing damn well that that day and time doesn't work. They can make it work because that day and time that was selected is supposed to be prospecting time. It's supposed to be lead follow-up time, right? But they want to creatively replace that with something that has less friction, less rejection opportunity in it. And they say yes to that showing, or they say yes to that inspection meeting, whatever it may be. The number one productivity hack in your life is to say no. When you say no, that allows you space to say yes to what truly matters in your life and your business. Very simple things. And when I was talking with the team, I said, listen, when we talk about squeezing a lemon, when we talk about honoring your time commitments and your schedule, and just quite simply honoring yourself, it's really following your schedule. And if you don't have a schedule, you need to get one dialed in, having a schedule and following it. Just call your schedule your priority management system. Okay. You're managing your priorities. What should your priorities be when it comes to building a sustainable, a duplicatable, a profitable real estate business? I got 4 things for you: prospecting, lead follow-up, appointments, and negotiations. So in your time, in your schedule, in your time blocks, prospecting needs to be 1 to 3 hours per day. And the reason why there's a little gap in there, that 1 to 3, is because it really depends on how much business you got going on. That determines how many hours you spend in prospecting. If you have a great pipeline, in other words, in your 90-day business, you can look at your CRM and you can see in the next 90 days, you have at least 16 people in that list that are going to transact in the next 90 days. If you have that number and you see the number 16 there, then maybe you don't need to prospect 3 hours a day. Maybe you just need one, and you commit 1 hour per day on your lead follow up. So now we're talking 2 hours total of prospecting and lead follow up. But maybe you don't have 16 people in your 90-day business. Maybe you got two. Well, you should be prospecting 3 hours a day minimum and still doing your 1 hour of follow up. Okay. These are your priority, your core activities that you're making a priority, and you're managing not your time, because you can't manage your time, but you're managing your priorities, you're managing your choices. And then your appointments. You need to be getting in front of people, shaking hands, kissing babies, getting contracts signed. Appointments are crucial. Have that in your schedule. That is a priority to your growth. Okay. And then negotiations. Now, you want to make sure that as you're building out your schedule, as you're squeezing the lemon on your day, that your 8 to noon time blocks, like that time period, those are your most critical hours of the day. You want to make sure that you're doing the hardest, most needle moving activities during those hours. Get it out the way. Eat that frog. Now, we, not all of us, but we can fall into another issue, because I'm seeing it. Some of us right now maybe are having a great year. We're having the best year we ever had. Every level has its devil. You're having a great year. Guess what appears in your life? Complacency, getting complacent. Now you're not showing up like you used to. I told the team yesterday, what got you here will get you there. If showing up and following the process and staying attached to the process got you to 20, 25 deals closed year to date, and you're on track to do over 40 deals, and you've only been in real estate a year, a little over a year, why would we stop doing that? How come? Keep showing up, keep being consistent in the right activities, because you have to show up to blow up. If you're not showing up, if you're not showing up committed to do the work, all you're doing is you're confusing yourself, because your priority confusion is kicking in and you're becoming confused. And now you have to feign or pretend that you're being productive by posting BS online. So not only are you just decreasing your integrity through the process, which does bleed into your business and how you communicate with your clients and how you communicate with people in your life, but you're trying to literally make it look like that you're out here winning. I said, do not be that person. Don't be that agent. Be different. Be remarkable. Be exceptional. Be a professional. So, priority confusion is a growth, it's a momentum killer. It is just one of the easiest ways to go backwards in your business. So give yourself the standards. I'm going to squeeze the lemon. I want to make this fourth quarter the best fourth quarter I've ever had in my life. I don't want the holidays to be a time of stress and of resentment and of regrets. I want to have the fourth quarter be a 3 month window in my life where I was actually able to be present with my family on my days off and enjoy and have gratitude in what has been accomplished Only way you do that is by doing the work today and sticking to your commitments and building and stacking more evidence that you are who you say you are, squeezing the lemon and surrendering to doing what is required. Your growth is in the surrender. Your growth is going to be in putting your ego to the side and saying, you know what? I am not an idiot. Like, I understand logically that by talking to more people, I'm going to do more business. By basically educating myself on the market, by understanding and mastering the real estate conversation, not and then I incorporate talking to more people, that not only am I going to do more business, but I'm going to do business more efficiently. Logically, you can understand that, right? Well, considering the fact that, and I'm going to assume that you are extremely intelligent, considering that being a fact, you know what you need to do, okay? But we allow the ego, we allow the fear of rejection, we allow these things to prevent us from being great, to grow. It's preventing the growth. Surrender, that is where the growth happens. Okay. When you surrender to the coaching, when you surrender to what I'm saying on the podcast, when you surrender to showing up, when you surrender to getting out of your head about what could possibly go wrong if ABC happened, you're taking the action and you're stacking that evidence that, hey, I can do this. You're becoming more competent, which actually increases your accomplishments, which ultimately increases your confidence. And you go into the fourth quarter making more money, being able to have a better, um, I would say, holiday season with your family, because you're not stressing about what you didn't do, but you're grateful and you're confident and you feel empowered by what you did do. That's the message, y'all. So do what is required. Do not confuse yourself. Make sure that you understand what your priorities are. Execute. Get in the rooms that are going to hold you accountable to what you want in your life. Get in rooms or be around people or connect with people who are doing more than you at a higher level than you, that literally you look at what they got and you're like, I want that. I want that. I want to be like that. Be around those people. Be around those people. And then literally embrace as much accountability as you possibly can. You know what to do. Now what I'm trying to do is help you set up a an environment that is going to really help you rocket ship your growth, okay? And it's going to keep you on that path. All right? So, y'all stay strong out there. This is the message. Apply it. Listen back to this. If you ever need a pick me up, come back to this conversation, listen to it, and attack the day. Do what you got to do. Okay. We still have some months left in the year. For my people who are a little behind, we still got some time as long as you start now. Okay. All right, y'all. Be powerful. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.